Let's have some Disney fun at home with some trivia and chats and a prize giveaway. Hi everyone, this is Herb from World of Walt. Thanks for joining me on Saturday morning. Unfortunately not from the Disney parks, but from home we can still have some Disney fun together. Karen and Mary, hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me here on Facebook Live. Got some fun trivia questions planned for us all today. Also a fun prize giveaway, and if the technology holds up, a chat with a friend, Jessica from In Touch Travel, who is a sponsor for World of Walt, and we'll find out what's going on in the world of planning for Disney vacations. And for those of you who might be interested in planning a vacation in the future, what sort of deals might be coming up. Rick from Virginia, hello to you, and Angel in Utah, how's it going? Mercedes, good morning to you. Thanks for joining me. Got a bunch of fun questions lined up today, a number of Epcot questions, which I'm kind of excited about. Patricia, good morning to you in Davenport, just down the road. Hope you're having a good Saturday morning. It is a little bit of a gray day here in Central Florida, but still pretty nice. Jackie, good morning to you in Ontario, Canada, and Carol in Spring Hill, Florida. Thank you for being here. So as I mentioned today, we've got a lot of fun planned for the next 45 minutes or so. I've got some questions and some trivia. I've got a fun giveaway, actually something I'm pretty excited to share with you all. And we'll have some fun conversations along the way. So as I have done for the past several weeks, I am broadcasting from home. Typically on Saturday mornings, I do a live broadcast from the Disney parks. Unfortunately, that can't happen right now, but we still can have some Disney conversation. And one thing I'm interested in doing is learning what's happening with you. So with that, I'm going to start off with a first question. So I'm going to publish a poll. We will see if the technology cooperates. Hopefully you will see a question on your device. And the question is this: will your area start some sort of reopening soon? Will your area start some sort of reopening soon? So you should get a yes or no prompt on your device, but if you don't, you can still put your answer in the chat, and I'd still like to hear your comments as well. So is your area going to start some sort of reopening soon? Kelly, planning for Disney World in December of 2021. The 50th anniversary should be an exciting year. Hopefully things will be more back to normal by then. Bob, good morning to you in sunny Connecticut. All right, we are starting to see some responses back here on the Facebook poll. So the question is, will your area start some sort of reopening soon? And it's a yes, no. It looks like it's about 50-50, so about 55% of the people are answering yes, about 47% of the people are answering no. Steve said Pennsylvania is doing some regional reopening, but don't know which regions yet. Rachel said Maryland governor put out reopening plan yesterday, maybe early June. Eric in Ohio said starting up on May 1st. So it looks like a lot of different responses from folks in different parts of the country. And the poll was about 50-50. So yeah, exactly 50-50 when I ended it. Okay, so that was the first question. Thanks for sharing the info with me. Here's my next trivia question for today. Let me get the poll up here. All right, so this one, as some of my trivia questions tend to be, can be a little bit tricky, but name the land holding Epcot's new festival pavilion. That is the poll question. Name the land holding Epcot's new festival pavilion. And there are three choices: Future World, World Celebration, or Innoventions. So the question, name the land holding Epcot's new festival pavilion: Future World, World Celebration, or Innoventions. Patty said Massachusetts is still in the surge. Dennis got good news in New Jersey, tested negative for COVID-19. Dennis, that is great news. I'm very happy to hear that. Jerry said, thanks for the pin of the month. Nice to get it right now. Jerry, very happy to send some Disney fun to you and all the other members of the Pin of the Month Club. And in fact, you will get the award for prompting the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you want to have a little bit of Disney fun delivered every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. I buy my pins directly from the Disney parks, and unfortunately, I still have some inventory, and I will continue to send the pins out for as long as I can. All right, Karen is guessing World Celebration. So again, the trivia question, oh, and John put the link in the chat. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Name the land holding Epcot's new festival pavilion. So the possible answers are Future World, World Celebration, and Interventions. Looks like 17% of the people are saying Future World, 60%, overwhelming majority, are saying World Celebration, and 22% are saying Interventions. So I'm going to show those results. The correct answer is World Celebration. So as part of the Epcot makeover, Disney was planning, we'll see, to build a huge new festival center. They had already ripped down the majority of Interventions East and West, and the new festival pavilion was going to go in this newly renamed center section of Epcot called World Celebration. So I've got some concept art on the screen of what the festival center was supposed to look like. Basically a 3-story circular building with a lot of greenery. This would be the home for Epcot's festivals. The construction had not started, but the demolition had, so it will be interesting to see if Disney continues on with this project. Epcot, when it closed, was really a major construction zone, so it will be interesting to see what happens. Diane, good morning to you. John asked a question, do I think Disney is going to be closed for the whole year? I know that there was a financial analyst who published an article this week saying he thought that Disney would be closed for the full year, all of 2020, and that they would not open until 2021. Honestly, I don't think anybody really knows for certain, but my personal guess is that Disney will open up sometime this year. I'm guessing in the summertime, but really it's all going to depend on what happens with the virus and what Disney can do as far as adjusting its park operations. Randy has spent much time watching the Epcot experience. Me too. The Epcot experience was a preview happening in the old Odyssey Center in Epcot, a circular presentation about all the changes coming to Epcot. So a lot of fun seeing that. All right, so let me move on to my next slide here. And actually, this is the part where I'm going to bring in Jessica. Jessica from In Touch Vacations. Let's see if the technology cooperates and if I can get her on the line. So one moment as I try to make that happen.
Hello?
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, sure.
So I am going to ask all the folks who are live on Facebook if you are able to hear both me and Jessica. If you could let me know in the chat, I would appreciate it. So Jessica is the owner of In Touch Vacations. She is a sponsor of World of Walt, and I'm very thankful for her work there. We're going to talk a little bit of Disney, but before we get into the conversation, I want to make sure that everyone can hear both of us. I've had a little bit of a hard time getting Facebook and Skype and all these other things to cooperate. Okay, so Matthew's saying, can hear Jessica, yes. Jeffrey can hear both. Okay, thank you so much for those of you on Facebook helping out. So Jessica, where are you coming to us from today?
I am on Cape Cod, so in Massachusetts, and we are finally having a decent weather day. We've had horrible weather for probably 2 or 3 weeks now, so the sun is shining and we are back to looking like it might be spring.
Oh, very good. So I know that when all the parks shut down, it was a very busy time for you, helping folks get back home and dealing with cancellations and all of that. But what are things like now? What are you sensing as far as it comes to Disney planning? And someday I know people will want to get back. Are there deals that people should be thinking about these days?
Yeah, so a couple of things. Right now, the biggest question that everybody has is, of course, when is Disney going to open? And the answer to that is we don't know. There have been articles circulating this week that say not until 2021. I want to emphasize that was one analyst that said that. It's not something that's widely agreed upon. Disney seems to have set a target date originally of June 1st. And the reason I say that is because they offered what we call a recovery offer, which was for guests that were impacted by the closures, guests that had vacations booked between March and May. Disney was offering them and still is offering them a free dining offer if they rebook their vacation between June 1st and the end of September, which is why I say originally they were aiming for June 1st. Is that going to happen? We don't know yet. We're hopeful that it happens, of course, in my line of work, but we also understand that there has to be safety comes first. That is one of the keys to the kingdom, if you will, is safety. And we totally understand that Disney needs to make decisions that are based on guest and cast member health and safety. So we hope that they open sooner rather than later, but the answer right now is we just don't know.
Yeah. Okay, good. So are you still, and our other travel agents, still planning trips for folks who want to go to Disney in the future?
Yeah, so right now I'm finding a lot of guests booking for fall and winter, which is great. As always, when you book a Disney vacation and you book a package, which is a vacation that includes tickets and or dining, you'll put a $200 deposit down, and that deposit is refundable. So if Disney remains closed or you're worried about traveling, you can always cancel, and it's really a no-risk venture, if you will. So the flexibility is still there for travelers. So if you want to have something to look forward to, travel agents like myself are more than happy to help you get that planned. And having a travel agent on your side is kind of a great thing because when all of this began to happen, I was able to advise clients and keep them in the know and keep them calm. And it really helped them decide what they want to do. So I encourage everybody to look at using a travel agent as you're going to book your next vacation.
Okay, thanks, Jessica. So if people want to get in touch with you, there's the web address on the screen here, worldofwalt.com/quote. And if they use that link to book a vacation, is there a bonus that they get?
Woohoo! Yes, there's a bonus. So please use that link. My guests that book as part of World of Walt are going to get a gift card bonus when they book with us. It's dependent on the price of their vacation, and I can go over all of that with them. But it's a great little incentive, and you're not paying any more than you would if you were booking yourself directly. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, good. Well, Jessica, I'm very happy that the technology decided to smile on us today.
Finally.
And this finally worked out after many weeks of giving it a try. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you bet. Anytime. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so that was fun. I was very thankful that Jessica was able to join us. And we are going to move on to a prize now. So I do like to give away a prize, and here is the prize for this week. It is an Oogie Boogie. I think this is a popcorn holder. And so if you'd like to win the prize for this week, here's what you can do. Send an email to me, info@worldofwalt.com, and in the subject, put the word boogie. It's kind of fun to say that word. So send an email to me, info@worldofwalt.com, and in the subject line, put the word boogie. And this is a popcorn holder, and he actually lights up. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. You can kind of see his eyes. He's sort of Oogie Boogie-ish. So he's been sitting on my printer for quite a long time. I've been waiting to give him away, and this week I'm going to do that. So if you'd like to win, oops, he's got two modes too with different blinking in his eyes. If you'd like to win it, send an email to me, info@worldofwalt.com, and in the subject line, put boogie. Leslie said it's cute. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on to our next trivia question. And let me get the poll up so people can join in. All right, the Fountain of Nations in Epcot, rest in peace, featured music from which artist? Raymond said, hearing both folks loud and clear. Thank you so much. Cheryl is an Oogie Boogie fan. Cool. All right, so the Fountain of Nations, rest in peace, from Epcot, featured music from which artist? And your choices are Yanni, Kenny G, and Michael Jackson. Eric asked if Oogie Boogie comes with popcorn. No, unless it might be packing popcorn, but probably not. So good question, though. Julie, hello to you in Redding, California. So the answers are starting to come in. Fountain of Nations featured music from which artist? Yanni, Kenny G, or Michael Jackson? So many of you might know the story that when Epcot first opened, representatives from different countries brought samples of water from the major bodies of water around the world and dumped it into the fountain as a sign of unity, which I always thought was kind of cool. A few people, Marcia, Jessica, saying they're having a hard time with the poll. I know sometimes the technology does not cooperate so well, and I apologize for that. If you don't see the poll option, what I'd suggest is just go ahead and put your answer in the chat. But I will share the poll results for those of you who are seeing. Mercedes said the answer was Yanni. Aaron from Pittsburgh, hello. So, Fountain of Nations featured Epcot from which artist? Yanni is getting 46%, Kenny G is getting 37%, Michael Jackson is getting 16%, and the answer is Yanni. So, the Fountain of Nations did feature music from Yanni. Yanni is a Greek composer. The fountain also featured music from folks like John Tesh, believe it or not, as well as from some Disney Disney movies, although not necessarily as well-known movies, so Rescuers Down Under and The Rocketeer. So Fountain of Nations, rest in peace, we will miss you, but we are looking forward to better days at Epcot once the construction gets through. Andrew said, can Canadians win the prize? Unfortunately, no. There are international regulations and all kinds of craziness, and I don't want to get anybody into jail, especially me. So the prize is only open to the folks in the United States. All right, Lauren's got 2 for 2. Good job. John said, hit refresh and the poll will show up. John, thanks for the tip. I know sometimes that does not work right off the bat, so good one. All right, Ron said, yay, Saturday has started. Velvet misses the fountain. I do miss the fountain as well, but I'm looking forward to all the new things that are coming to Epcot also. All right, so here is a yes-no question. Let me get the poll published. And this one is a little bit divisive, but it's kind of fun to see where people stand. So did you like the Sorcerer's hat at Disney's Hollywood Studios? So the Sorcerer's hat was added after the park opened, and it was put in front of the Chinese theater. So there was a time when you would look down Hollywood Boulevard towards the Chinese theater, and you couldn't actually see the theater itself for the most part because it was blocked by the Sorcerer Mickey hat. And so my question to you is, did you like the Sorcerer's hat in Disney's Hollywood Studios? And that's a yes or no. Mary Ellen said, yes, loved the hat, misses it. Julie loved the hat. Kathy was a hat fan too. Deborah was a hat person as well. Beryl misses it. A lot of people are saying yes to this one. So far, 86% of folks are saying yes, they miss the hat. 15% are saying no. Mary said, can't see the theater now because of the Star Wars stage. So actually Disney did create a movable stage so that they set it up only at certain times. And actually I think those shows may have actually ended at the time that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway opened, but don't quote me on that one. Amy said, love the photo op. Rebecca saw it for the first trip and missed it on the last one. All right, so it looks like most folks were fans. So 85% of folks are saying yes, they like the Sorcerer's hat at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and 15% are saying no. Kelly said the stage is gone now that the Galaxy's Edge is open. Tony liked it. Jeffrey said Sorcerer Mickey, always been a favorite in his home. I do like Mickey Mouse as the Sorcerer's Apprentice. That was always a fun look for him. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Let me get the poll posted here. This was based on something that happened in the Disney Parks blog. So the question this week is, what song did the Dapper Dans release from home this week? If you didn't get a chance to check out the song, you can go over to worldofwalt.com, and I have a embedded YouTube video there where you can hear the song. I always love hearing the Dapper Dans, very talented group of folks. They have done several different videos from home since the parks have been closed, singing different songs in the barbershop quartet style. Chris said, don't forget the shameless plugs. Chris, thank you for the prompt. I don't mind doing the shameless plug again. If you'd like to have a little bit of fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. You can also go over to worldofwaltstore.com. That'll get you to the club sign up page as well as to the t-shirt page. Haven't done a new t-shirt in a while, might have to think about doing that. Typically did one each month. It just seemed like an odd time to release a new shirt, but you can go and check out all the old designs. And I believe TeePublic either was or is having a sale right now, so if you've been hanging on for a good deal for t-shirts, go and check that out. All right, so the question is, what song did the Dapper Dans release from home this week? Was it Grim Grinning Ghosts? Was it When I See an Elephant Fly? Or was it When You Wish Upon a Star? 4% of the folks are guessing Grim Grinning Ghosts, 64% When I See an Elephant Fly, and 30% are guessing When You Wish Upon a Star. The answer for the release that happened this week was When I See an Elephant Fly. So it is actually a beautifully arranged presentation of that song. If you're missing a little bit of Disney fun, head over to worldofwalt.com. Look for that article that the Dapper Dans did the song. Okay, so hope you're doing well on the trivia. Let me go ahead and close that one out. And we are going to head on to the next one. This one's interesting, about a little bit of news that happened this week. Let me put this poll up. All right, so this week, Twitter showed a social distancing queue at which park? So it seems that Disney, as they should, is looking ahead to the times when they will get to reopen. And a Twitter user posted a photograph of one of the queues at a Disney park somewhere. And that queue showed new signage, new directions for social distancing. So which Disney park did this Twitter user take this picture in that showed queues showing social distancing? Was it Disneyland Paris? Was it Disney's California Adventure? Or was it Shanghai Disney? So I can see the answers are starting to come in. Patty in the chat is saying Disney Shanghai. Allison is saying Shanghai. Deborah, Shanghai. Looks like this one is pretty easy. So far, 8% of the folks have said Disneyland Paris. 5% are saying Disney's California Adventure. And 90% have got it right. And the answer is Shanghai Disney. So here is a photograph of this picture from Twitter. And I've got the credit for the Twitter person here. You can see that Disney is doing some experimentation on how to enforce or encourage social distancing at the Shanghai Disney Resort in figuring out how to set up their queues. So I thought this was a very interesting photo. There have also been reports that Disney has been testing some theater reopening processes at Shanghai Disney as well. Matthew and Charlotte doing better on the trivia this week. That is good. Keith, Linda all voted for Shanghai, so very good. Alyssa said anyone who can't get the polls, close out of the stream and reopen. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Vivian got this one right. Good job, Vivian. Kelly is 2 for 2. Very good. Susan 2 for 2 as well. Hope you're having fun with the trivia. It's just kind of a fun way to pass the time. All right, so let's see what is up next. Oh, up next is the reminder on how you can win the prize for this week. It is a Oogie Boogie, I'll call him a container. I think he was actually intended for popcorn. So if you would like to, we'll say popcorn. If you'd like to win this Oogie Boogie popcorn container, you can do so by sending an email to me. Send that email to info@worldofwalt.com. And in the subject line, put the word boogie. Please enter by Tuesday, April 28th. And I will actually show you the Oogie Boogie container right here. He's kind of fun because he actually lights up. You can see he's got these glowing eyes. Oogie Boogie has been sitting on my printer for a while just waiting to be given away. So this week that's happening. If you'd like to win this Oogie Boogie with 2 lighting modes, I might add, send an email to me at info@worldofwalt.com and in the subject line put the word boogie. You don't have to put anything in the body itself. Kelly said loves Oogie Boogie. Susan said it was cute. All right. Good luck for all of those you enter. And let's move on to our next question. Now, this one is one that I did not know before this week, and I thought it was kind of interesting. So, next poll question. Disney Imagineering has a field office in this country. Is it Germany? Is it Spain? Or is it Italy? Disney Imagineering has a field office in this country. Is it Germany? Is it Spain? Or is it Italy? So I would love to know if anyone is familiar with why this particular country has this field office. Let me know in the chat, or if you happen to actually have any background with this office. Maybe you work there, maybe you know someone who worked there. I'd love to hear from you. Send an email to me at info@worldofwalt.com and just put Imagineering or something like that in the subject. So Disney Imagineering has a field office in this country, and to the best of my knowledge, Disney doesn't have a theme park in any one of these three countries. Is it Germany? Is it Spain? Or is it Italy? Lauren is guessing Germany. Carol said not a clue. That's okay. Go ahead and give it a guess. 73% of the people are guessing Germany. 10% are guessing Spain. 20% are guessing Italy. Sarah said, these are hard questions. I try to make them kind of tricky. Yeah, I do. And mostly because I think it's just fun. Please don't use Google or Wikipedia. Just have some fun. Take your best guess. That's what it's for. Andy said no clue. That's okay, Andy. Just give it a whirl. Matthew is guessing Germany. Kelly is guessing a wild guess at Germany. And interestingly enough, the answer is Germany. So I learned this from Wikipedia. Why Disney has an Imagineering field office in Germany, I have no idea. Rhonda said, love the Imagineering stories in Disney Plus. Me too. Loved watching all of them. I thought the photography was beautifully done. The interviews were very fun. If any of you know why Disney has a field office in Germany, let me know. But Disney does have some offices in places that I wouldn't expect. I think it may be Pittsburgh, where Disney has a research and development lab, which I don't know why, but they do. Actually, every once in a while, you'll see a video released from that lab. They do some interesting things with robotics and computer technology. So it's amazing what a global company Disney is and the footprint that they have. All right, Mike is 3 for 2, or 2 for 3, I guess. So 3 to 2. Yep. Susan as well. Todd said because of the architecture in Germany. Could be. And the photo I am showing here is actually not the Disney field office. This is the Germany pavilion in Epcot, but it's kind of the best German sort of thing I had. Linda said maybe for the cruise line. Linda, that is a very smart thought. It could be that because many of the Disney ships, I'm fairly certain, are built at a spot in Germany. Maybe the Disney Cruise Line Imagineers are there. That was a really good idea. Kelly said having better luck this week than did last week. That sounds good. All right, let's move on to our next question. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, this is a yes/no question. So let me go ahead and post this one. I was actually kind of excited to hear this news. So Disney made an announcement this week that they're going to be presenting on Disney Plus a series of episodes about the making of The Mandalorian. So Mandalorian on Disney Plus, a story which I personally enjoyed very much. And actually in the way Disney created this series, they used a lot of groundbreaking technology. And actually most of the filming was done indoors in a huge bubble with screens on all sides that made it look like they were in all these exotic locations. But most of everything you saw was live actors in a huge room with LCD screens all around. And Disney announced that they're going to be launching something that's like a making of The Mandalorian. Let's see, I've got the name of that thing, and it's going to be called Disney Gallery The Mandalorian, basically a making of. So I'm wondering, are you going to be watching that? Yes or no? Robin says, excited for it. Yvonne, love The Mandalorian. Me too. Peg was a Mandalorian fan. I was as well. Sarah says, need to finish the series. It did take me a while to watch all the Mandalorians, but really, really enjoyed it. So it looks like 86% of the people are saying yes, they are going to watch the making of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and 32% are saying no. Ron was a fan. Kim is not a subscriber yet. I got in for a 3-year subscription before the service launched, so I'll be watching Disney Plus for a long time to come. Beryl said, thanks for keeping the World of Walt community connected on Saturday mornings. Beryl, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm happy I can spend some time with everyone still, even though we aren't in the Disney parks. Kathy says, yes, yes, yes. Jason said, don't want to have the magic unveiled yet. I can understand that. Marianne said, Sun will, but she will not. Got it. Okay, so for all of you Mandalorian fans, this is coming out on when? Star Wars Day, May the 4th. And then about every week for a number of weeks, I'm not even sure how many, we'll be getting some episodes on the making of The Mandalorian. Wendy said, love Jon Favreau. I always like to hear him talk. You can tell he is a true fan and has a passion for all things Star Wars. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. This one was something I learned this week as well and didn't know about it. You might think I'm actually joking when you hear the possible questions here. Stephen asks, what do I do for a living? I work for a software company. That's what pays the bills, but I like to have fun on the weekends doing Disney stuff. Dana said, May the 4th is your wedding anniversary. That is very cool. Your wedding anniversary is coming right up, so happy anniversary. Kelly said, thank you, Dose of Disney Magic on the weekend. Loving the videos. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate your being here. All right, so which is an actual Imagineering project? Is it Sebastian's Adventure? Is it The Happy Ride with Baymax? Or is it Jack Sparrow's Hideout? I had not heard of this Imagineering project, and actually, this project is pretty far along. In fact, this project was scheduled to open on April 15th, but it was delayed initially till May, but we'll see because of the coronavirus outbreak. So not only is this just a project that was in the works, it's probably pretty much done, and I don't remember hearing it. So which one of these is Mercedes is giving the, I wonder emoji. An actual Imagineering project. Was it Sebastian's Adventures? Was it The Happy Ride with Baymax? Or was it Jack Sparrow's Hideout? So we're getting 23% voting for Sebastian's Adventures, 36% for The Happy Ride with Baymax, and 38% for Jack Sparrow's Hideout. Dana picked Baymax, Mary picked Baymax, Tracy Baymax as well. Cheryl is voting for Jack Sparrow, Jason for Jack Sparrow as well. Rhonda said they all sound pretty good. Well, two of those are just names that I made up, but one is an actual project, and it is, can you believe it, The Happy Ride with Baymax. The Happy Ride with Baymax is a spinner type of ride that's going to be opening up at Tokyo Disneyland. Again, it was scheduled to open on April 15th, 2020, but it got delayed. To me, just based on the concept art, it looks like it might be something like Mater's Junkyard Jamboree at California Adventure, or like Alien Twirling Saucers at Disney's Animal Kingdom. That to me is what the concept art sort of suggests. David got it right. David, good job. So interesting, all the different projects that Disney is working on. I thought that was a fascinating one. Melanie said, glad I caught you today. Vacation was supposed to be last week. I'm sorry to hear that. I know that a lot of people had vacations planned and had to cancel them or reschedule them. I'm looking for the time when we can all get back into the Disney parks. Mike has got 4 and 2. Good job. Eric said it was Tokyo. That's why you didn't hear about it. Yeah, I didn't really hear about that one either. Speech, hopefully I'm saying your name right, from Valparaiso, Indiana. And Mimi got this one right. Good job, Mimi. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let me get the poll up here. All right, so this week there's been a lot of discussion by financial analysts about the Disney company, and S&P Global Ratings, which is a financial ratings organization, Standard & Poor's, changed Disney's credit rating. What did they change Disney's credit rating to? Gary said, you make Saturday's Disney great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Eric has only gotten one wrong so far. Wow, you are really good with your Disney trivia. I think these were kind of tough questions. So S&P Global Ratings changed Disney's credit rating to this value. Is it A+, is it A-, or is it B+? Todd is saying A- in the chat. Looks like so far 6% of the people are saying A+. You probably wouldn't expect a change to a top rating like that. 59% or so are saying A-, 37% are saying B+. Dolores said, would have been on her way to Anaheim right now. I'm sorry that your Disneyland vacation kind of got canceled. Sorry to hear about that. Mary is voting A-, and actually that is the correct answer. So together with a photo of DJ Rex, the answer was A-. Disney has secured credit in the amount of about $13 billion over the past several weeks to make sure that they have got the money they need to deal with all of the issues that they're going to be dealing with in the upcoming months and years. Julie and Kathy both voted correctly, A-. Allison as well. Debbie's got 55 days till her cruise on, I assume, the Disney Cruise Line. I hope that gets to happen for you. Can't wait till my next vacation on the Disney Cruise Line, one of my favorite things to do. Larry got one right. Good job, Larry. All right, let's see what we've got up next. Okay, which attraction is coming to Epcot? which attraction is coming to Epcot? This is actually the last poll question for today. Is it Listen to the Future? Is it Venture to Space? Or is it Journey of Water? So this is an attraction coming to Epcot. Two of those names I made up, and one of them is true. Rachel said the PowerPoints are cool. Thank you for that, Rachel. I appreciate it. It's kind of fun putting them together. I enjoy finding the photos and making up the questions, sharing them with you. Heather says, supposed to go in August, not so sure. Yeah, it's hard to know what August might look like. There have been some rumors that the parks may open in stages, perhaps just to local or Florida residents first, and then maybe nationally before internationally. We just don't know what things are going to look like. We don't know what the timeline looks like. We'll just have to stay tuned. Michael said, do I think Disney will be open in December? Personal opinion, not informed by any official news, is yes, I do. If I were going to take a guess, I would say summertime. We will see something happen in some way. I don't expect all the parks and the resorts to be open immediately or this summer, but if I were going to take a venture, if I were going to take a guess, I would say some of the parks and resorts and maybe Disney Springs would be open sometime this summer. All right, people are doing a good job with this one. Kelly said, normally working every Saturday, enjoying watching. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. If you don't get a chance to watch live, you can always watch the repost. That goes over to Facebook, and it does go to YouTube as well. If you haven't done so, you might want to head over to YouTube, do a search for World of Walt, and subscribe. This video will get posted there, and sometimes there's exclusive content on YouTube as well. Sarah knew this one without guessing. Jason is going with Journey of Water. And it looks like most folks are getting this one right. So it is Journey of Water. That is the attraction coming to Epcot. This is actually a coming attraction, a poster for the Journey of Water. So I don't think the construction of it had actually begun. Maybe some of the infrastructure pieces had, but it's going to be over by the land and by the seas, I believe. Kim said, grateful their vacation was in January. I can understand that. Ron said, when Disney opens, what's the first place that I'm going to go? It may just depend on what's open. I'm going to be happy when anything opens. I will do my best as soon as I am able and as soon as it's safe to go. John posted the link to the World of Walt site on YouTube. John, thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. All right, so this one was pretty easy. A lot of folks got the right answer, Journey of Water. All right, thank you for joining, everyone. If you have any questions or comments in the chat, I'll hang on for a few minutes. We'll check those out. And go ahead and close the results. Andrea got 3. Good job, Andrea. These are kind of tough questions. Kathy is going to the Halloween party and going in September, probably one of the earliest Halloween parties. Disney has released the dates for the Halloween party. There was a little bit of confusion. The tickets were on sale for a very short period of time, and then I think they took back the sale. So the dates are released, and I would imagine the sale will be coming up soon. Mary Ellen says, thanks as always. You are welcome, Mary Ellen. Dawn, thanks for joining me. And Carol, thank you as well. Kelly got 5 and 1, sort of lost count, but said the trivia is a lot of fun. I appreciate your joining me for it. Debbie said thank you. Kathy enjoys the Saturday morning broadcast. Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate that. All right, everyone, I appreciate your joining me today. I hope you had a good time with the trivia. I know they're kind of tough, but it's fun. Again, quick note, if you want to win the Oogie Boogie, I'll call him popcorn button, or popcorn basket rather. I'll put him right here with crazy eyes. If you'd like to win this, send an email to me at info@worldofwalt.com. At subject line, put the word boogie. Don't have to put anything in the body, and I will enter you to win. Please send that email before Tuesday. Jackie said thank you and stay safe. Betty is from Altamont Springs. Thanks for joining. All right, everyone. I hope you had a good time. And thank you for joining me here on Facebook Live, or if you checked it out later on Facebook or YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday morning. And until next time, God bless.